Alright, what is going on, guys? Full day going on this morning. Starting off a couple lap pull downs. 3 warm-up sets in already so far, and a single working set in. Getting ready to move into the second working set. I've actually got a little bit more weight on here than I would usually use, but then, not that I would usually use, but then I've been using lately for my working sets. Trying to push these things a little bit harder than I have been. Still trying to stay within about the same amount of reps. Just trying to push a little bit harder because I know I can squeeze out another couple extra reps on these. And I'm still hitting, the reps that I want, or at least I did on the first set, so I should be able to basically maintain the amount of reps that I'm looking for through the second and the third set. So I'm gonna leave this a little bit heavier this week, see how this feels, at these reps, and hopefully I can maintain this for a decent amount of time. It's been kind of weird since I started cutting. Obviously there was like a pretty big initial loss in strength, and then it seemed like there was a lot of just maintaining the weight that I was using for the set number of reps. And now that I've been, in it for some weeks now, I'm still trying to, progressively overload just a little bit from week to week. A lot of times, or a lot of weeks, that doesn't happen, and I end up staying kind of at the same weight, which is kind of to be expected, but I am still trying to push it. So like that set, really just trying to give it everything that I've got, taking it like really to failure until I physically can't move the weight anymore, which got to 10 reps. They were pretty decent, and then those last 2 really fell off. So like I maybe could have gotten like a fraction of a rep after that fact, and realistically there wouldn't have been any benefit to it. Still getting plenty of work. Alright, so next up, gonna be T-bar row. Throwing a little bit more weight to this thing. Same thing, well, kind of the same thing. 3 working sets on these. Really, anywhere between 8 and 10 reps would be good, but for this movement, I would go as low as 6, no problem, as long as those 6 that I was getting, like, that was all the way to failure. So aside from that, I like to try and stay within 8 to 10 reps for these. First set, 10 reps. Definitely feeling some fatigue towards the last couple of reps. This is only an additional 10 pounds that I threw on there, so I should still be able to maintain those reps no problem. So, see what that looks like. Hopefully it's at least that many. So I actually ended up taking that a little bit past 10 reps even. So I'll call that like 12 reps, maybe 11 and a half, but obviously we're not working in half reps, we're working in full reps. So I actually think before I go into the final set, I'll probably throw on maybe an additional 5 pounds onto this. And then for the last set, just rep that out. Alright, so next up, going hammer curls, 3 sets of these, 10 to 12 reps. It's gonna be ideal, though. I mean, I've done these as low as 7 or 8 reps. Hell, I think maybe even at one point. Definitely when I'm not cutting, I try to aim for like 6 to 8 reps. So I mean, I've gone as low as 6 reps on these before, but these days it's more like 10 to 12 reps. So I want to stay around that. So I'm using the 35s. First set, 12 reps didn't feel too bad. We'll see if second set I'm able to get another 12, but I know I'll at least be able to get 10. So I did have to take a couple of little pause breaks in between there. but I still hit 12 reps. Not the best set because, you know, I like to have them all together, but the point is getting the reps while also taking the sets close to failure. Then that was a pretty good one for that, I will say. Alright, so next up is going to be single arm seated cable rows. And I do these single arm mostly just for isolation of the lats and the back muscles side to side. Try and work out any differences that there might be in between each side. So this right here. That was a solid set. Like I was saying, do these individually to work out any imbalances that there might be from the left and right side. And then probably just gonna show you guys the one set because I typically only do 2 sets of these, or I have been for a while now. I used to do 3 at one point, and then that just seemed a little bit overkill. So dropped it down to 2 sets. Really looking for like 10 to 12 reps on these. All right, guys, so we're on to the last movement. This is obviously not including my my cable crunches that I do at the end of my full days. The last movement, seated incline dumbbell curls. Probably one of my favorites for as far as bicep movements are concerned. 3 sets of these. Looking for anywhere between like 8 and 10, 10 to 12 reps. We'll just say 8 to 12 reps, somewhere in that range. First set, I actually surprised myself a little bit by getting 12 on the first set, but I was pushing for that. I don't think I'll be able to do that again for the second and third set, but I know I'll at least be able to manage 10 reps for both sets, so let's get into it. Nope. I was going to try and take a break and then crank out another 2 reps, but that obviously was not happening. So I've got 1 more set to go on these, then my weighted table crunches, and then finally finishing off with my 30 minutes of cardio, which I think I'm going to wrap this one up here just for the sake of time, so I can kind of rush through this and then the crunches and get on stairs, because this is getting a little bit later than I would like. As always, guys, if you made it to the end, I do appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.